Ah, Wonderwall. That inescapable riff that slithers into your skull like a cheeky earworm on a pub crawl, refusing to leave until you've belted it out at least once, preferably off-key and 3 pints deep. It's the song that soundtracked more awkward crushes, rowdy football chants, and regrettable karaoke meltdowns than any other Britpop belter. But peel back the layers, and you'll find a tale twisted with brotherly spite, a title pinched from a Beatle, and an imaginary mate who's supposed to swoop in like some cosmic lifeguard. We're talking origins that involve sheep as the first audience, a melody that nearly got funked up into oblivion, and a legacy that's got everything from metal makeovers to murder trial cameos. Strap in for the ride, because this one's got more curves than those winding roads in the lyrics. Let's kick off with the spark that lit this fire. Back in '95, Oasis were holed up in Rockfield Studios in Wales, hammering out what would become their monster album, What's the Story? Morning Glory. Noel Gallagher, the band's sharp-tongued tunesmith, had this habit of churning out hits like they were going out of fashion. Wonderwall? He scribbled it down in a flash, originally calling it Wishing Stone after some random bird handed him a pebble in a hotel room. Romantic, eh? Thought it was poetic, like fate chucking him a lifeline. But then, fate really did intervene when he spun George Harrison's 1968 solo album, Wonderwall Music. Bam, title swap. First solo effort from a Beatle, soundtrack to a trippy film about a bloke peeping through walls at Jane Birkin. Noel nicked the name, figuring it gave his track that Fab Four sheen without the hassle of royalties. Cheeky bastard. Now picture this. Noel struts into rehearsal, plucks out the chords, and Liam, ever the charmer, snarls, "What the hell are you doing, you knobhead? Oasis ain't a funk band." See, the original bass line had this groovy swing that didn't sit right with the lad's Mancunian swagger. Noel tweaked it, but the tension. Palpable. He wanted to croon it himself, all brooding and acoustic, but handed Liam the pick between Wonderwall and Don't Look Back in anger. Liam, in his infinite wisdom, dubbed both shite, but snagged Wonderwall anyway. What if he'd chosen the other? We'd have Noel warbling about saviors and Liam raging against hindsight. Talk about a parallel universe where pubs echo with the wrong Gallagher growl. Recording was a riot. Bassist Giggsy was off on a nervous bender, so Noel slapped on the low end himself, irking Liam further. "That's not Oasis," he griped. Producer Owen Morris cranked the brickwalling compression to make it punch like a Gallagher haymaker, and those haunting strings. Not a real cello, it's a Mellotron keyboard faking it. But in the video, they wheeled in a bloke soaring away for show. Smoke and mirrors, mates. Speaking of the album saga, What's the Story? Morning Glory, was Oasis riding the Britpop wave like kings on a stolen throne. '95 was pure chaos. Blur dropping Parklife bombs, Pulp sneering from the sidelines, and Oasis smack in the middle, feuding with everyone. The album dropped like a grenade, with Wonderwall as the fourth single, but the launch? Drama Central. It bowed out at number 2 in the UK, blocked by Robson and Jerome's schmaltzy cover mashup, 2 soap stars crooning I Believe and Up on the Roof. Imagine that, Liam's snarl edged out by tellyhunks. Noel must have fumed. But the real beef was the Britpop Battle Royale. Oasis versus Blur, North versus South, working class grit versus art school wit. Damon Albarn's lot released Country House the same day as Roll With It, snagging the top spot. Noel fired back in interviews, calling Blur middle-class wankers while puffing on a ciggy. Wonderwall became their secret weapon, a ballad in a sea of bangers, proving Oasis could do tender without going soft. And the ripple? It shoved Morning Glory to the second best-selling album in UK history at the time, only behind Sgt. Pepper's. Take that, Beatles, though Noel'd probably bow and say thanks for the inspiration. But oh, the ascent to legend status? That's where it gets properly mad. Wonderwall stormed charts worldwide, top spot in Australia and New Zealand, number 8 in the US, Oasis's only real Yankee dent. It hogged the modern rock tracks for 10 weeks, like a stubborn punter at last call. Awards piled up. Best Video at the '96 Brits, Grammy nods for Best Rock Song and Duo Performance. Virgin Radio crowned it the best British tune ever in 2005, edging out Imagine. John Lennon must have spun in his grave or chuckled given Noel's hero worship. But the culture quake. Massive. Novice guitarists everywhere strummed it till fingers bled, turning music shops into no Wonderwall zones. Signs went up. Play it and you're out. Noel walked into one in Manchester post-album and got groans. We've heard it 1,000,000 times, mate. He laughed it off. But imagine the irony. Your smash hit band in guitar havens. And the overplay? It became the dad karaoke king, topping polls for Father's Day belters. What if every bloke with a 6-string suddenly forgot the chords? Peace on earth, probably. Fast forward to the enduring impact, and Wonderwalls like that ex you can't shake, always popping up in weird spots. Covers? A bloody avalanche. Mike Flowers Pops dropped a Lounge Lizard version in '95, claiming it was the original to stir the pot. Hit number 2 sparked fake outrage, then his career fizzled like a damp squib. Ryan Adams twisted it dark and folky in 2001. Noel heard it and declared, "That's how it should have been done." Started playing it that way live, ditching Liam's sneer for something brooding. Radiohead bootlegged a piss take with Tom York, mangling lyrics till someone yells, "This is abysmal." Bring Me the Horizon went full metal in 2025 for Spotify singles. Liam tweeted it was absolutely incredible, shocking the band senseless. Profits to Teenage Cancer Trust, nice touch. Paul Anka swung it jazzy in 2005. A figure skater used it at the 2018 Olympics, birthing memes galore. Even Jay-Z crooned it butchered at Glastonbury 2008, trolling Noel's snide hip-hop at a rock fest. Nah, jab. Led to a mini-feud, but Jay later fancied collabing with Liam. Absurd, innit? And the quirky aftermath, buckle up. The song echoed at Leah Betts's funeral in '95, the poor lass who died from ecstasy. Oasis let its soundtrack an anti-drug vid reconstructing her last hours. Grim but poignant. British Army nicked it for a recruitment flick in 2002, soldiers marching to the riff, till Oasis yanked permission, forcing a recall. Cost a fortune. In Canada, it popped in a 2011 murder trial. Serial killer Dellen Millard sang it over jail phone to his girl, twisting lyrics for an alibi. You're gonna be the one that saves me, creepy as hell. Mimi's hit in 2012. Anyway, here's Wonderwall with Smug Musos. Spotify Billion Stream Club in 2020, first '90s track to join. Sports? Minnesota United FC chants it post-win. Manchester City blasts it after home games. Adelaide United pre-match. HBO's Girls closed an episode with it in 2013, bumping it back on charts. Green Day got accused of nicking the vibe for Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Noel shrugged, because he'd borrowed plenty himself. Cigarettes and alcohol? Straight T-Rex Rip. And Trivia Nuggets, the album opener. Hello whispers Wonderwall's riff at the start, and Wonderwall fades with Supersonic's intro. Noel demoed it on a wall overlooking sheep. They were my first fans, more freaked than me. What if those woolly critics had booed? No hit! All roads lead back to those lyrics, though. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. That's Noel nudging a down-on-her-luck soul. Maybe Meg. Maybe that imaginary pal. Roots in self-doubt, the grind of realizing your path's a mess. By now you should have somehow realized what you got to do, harsh mirror innit. Like life's handing you a bill for procrastination. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Pure vulnerability, the crush you can't voice. Backbeat. The word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. Gossip mill churning. Passion flickering like a dodgy lighter. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. Denial's a river in Egypt, but here's the wake-up. And all the roads we have to walk are winding. Life's no straight shot, twists like a mank alley after dark. And all the lights that lead us there are blinding, success glare or truth too bright. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. The gut punch, words stuck like gum on your shoe. Then the chorus, because maybe you're going to be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. Savior complex wrapped in wonder, a wall of dreams or barriers. Noel flipped the script post-divorce, but fans cling to the romance. It's elastic, stretches to fit your mess. So there you have it, the wild, wacky saga of Wonderwall, Oasis's accidental anthem that outlived the band, the feuds, and half the 90s. From sheep-staring demos to billion-stream behemoth, its proof genius sneaks up when you're least expecting. If this yarn's got you grinning or groaning, smash that like button like Liam on a tambourine. Subscribe for more rock lore that'll tickle your funny bone and tweak your trivia stash. Hit the bell, share with your mates, and remember, in a world of winding roads, sometimes your Wonderwall's just a song away. Cheers, you legends, stay savage.